the meeting to order. Mr. Cerna, would you lead us in the pledge and the salute?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico, and its symbol for recognition among the United States.
Let the minutes reflect all board members are present except for Ms. Zamora. Approval of tonight's agenda. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve May 19, 2026 agenda. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the April 28th meeting minutes.
Move to approve April 28, 2026 regular board. Second. Minutes.
And moved and seconded to approve last month's board meeting minutes. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Public comment? Okay. PAC report, there is no PAC.
Nope,
Did
we
meet last month, right?
Did not have a meeting.
Okay.
Not for the rest of the summer as well, right?
We'll start again in July.
July 13th, next meeting.
Yes.
July 13th, all right. Principals report. Ms. Marilla.
Enrollment is 143 total. And you can see the breakdown for each of the different schools. Total enrollment K through 12 is 133. May 7th through the 9th, the track team went to participate at the state track meet. They took 10 students. May 12th, we held a sports banquet at the gym. May 14th was kindergarten graduation. There was 15 kindergarteners who graduated, promoted to first grade. May 18th was the awards assembly for 6th through 11th at the gym, and parents were invited to that. We don't kind of want to turn out for that, but we had a few things. That assembly honors kids who did AE honor roll, all honor roll, student council,
Quiz bowl.
quiz bowl. Then teachers presented like individual awards for like highest GPA in the classes. The elementary also had an awards assembly that morning at 9, and they did Capturing Kids' Hearts Awards, and they also presented kids with bikes for books. They did 4 of them this time because they didn't do it in the fall. Because you usually do 2 in the fall and 2 in the spring, so they just did all 4 this at the end of the year. Then we had senior award nights Monday as well, and that was where we presented the seniors who are graduating with their awards and their course. Tomorrow is Baccalaureate at 6 o'clock at the Catholic Church. We also have Fields Day tomorrow from 9 to 11, and that's for the elementary kids and student council and miscellaneous ones who put that together.
Is
May
it gonna-
21st is the last day of school. May 22nd, high school graduation. There will be 12 graduates that night at 6 o'clock at the gym. And then the end of the month, the 26th to the 29th is state, at the state convention. I'm not sure how many kids is coming.
So the field day will actually be on the field?
They're gonna do like field events, so they're actually gonna do like relays this year. Coach Baca has been practicing relays and teaching with those kids, so there'll be relays, there'll be shot, disc.
Very
throw, but
track
they're not
oriented.
doing- Right, they're not doing it actually.
No water balloons and things like that.
Not that I've seen, so, no water.
Okay. Our new field. Any questions? Ms. Brooke? Mr. Patterson, Superintendent's report.
You had the report in front of you, so I'm going to touch on a few items, mainly that deal with construction. We've got the auction going on. It's kind of exciting. I checked it out earlier today. Almost every item we have listed has some kind of bid on it, with the exception of desk and chairs. Which would be the hardest, but kind of amazed at where both buses are sitting right now and some things like that. And have several people that have contacted that are come do a walkthrough with the auctioneer on Friday to lay eyes on some items that hadn't even started bidding yet because they want to see them. So that's kind of exciting from that aspect. We did a furniture walk-in. We've had a few hiccups with the furniture. One was lack of communication with us that there was going to be delayed because we were expecting to be here on the 14th. The delay was all the way till June 19th and June 29th. We've had a few heated exchanges, and now our truck's showing up tomorrow in the middle of our field day, so we got to figure out where to unload a truck tomorrow. But some of our furniture is going to be here tomorrow, and some will still be pushed out to the 19th, but they are pretty much promising, and I told them they've used up all their grace, that the furniture will be in place and assembled by June 26th, which is hopefully will allow us to be able to take occupancy in that building July 1st. While we're staying on that subject, we started moving into the new school yesterday. I had a plan over that I thought was a good plan, and as we started, we morphed into a better plan. And yesterday, we probably got 90% of Manure completely moved. Today, I think they pretty much finished all but the Mondo boards that we're going to wait till Thursday afternoon to move, because they have a place over there that if the floor gets done, we can lock it up all in the new building and move the Mondo boards over there. Today, we attacked Clegg. We've got the library stuff that's moving over, completely moved over. We've got most of the offices moved over there. Most of the classrooms are moved over there. Tomorrow, we'll finish moving the discard books to our storage back here, and get the culinary completely moved out tomorrow, leaving the cafeteria is the only thing left to get moved out, and we can't start on it until the kids are done Thursday at 12 o'clock. And so after that, we'll work with Brad, and we got a crew. The Bradburys had 4 or 5 people working with us. Region 9 had 4 people show up today. That their whole purpose was to help us. All of the staff has been awesome, but the Armijo family has just, you point them in a direction and just get out of their way. I mean, it's been fun, and our students have been amazing. They can't go onto the job site, so they moved to a certain point. We transferred it to the new building. Bradbury staff unloaded and took it where it's been, and it's been fairly smooth. A few hiccups, but fairly smooth. And then the last update is the maintenance yard placement. We got approval from the city to use the property that we have on C and 7th Street. So we'll start as soon as I get through the next 2 weeks. We'll start looking for organization, and there's a high likelihood I'm going to reach out to maybe a project manager to kind of help oversee that and make sure it's done right, because there's going to be so many aspects to that we won't have with a Decker or Bradbury to help us make sure we get through it and dot all of our I's and cross all of our T's. But hopefully can get that started in June, July for that area. Graduation's Friday, and they got it pretty well set up today. Still got some more decorations to do. Jessica, Miss Goodwin, Miss LeMay, and Patrick have been over there working hard all day today getting it set up. So any questions on any of the other information on this?
Touch briefly on the staffing.
Huh?
Touch briefly on the staffing.
So we've got currently, find where it is in my notes.
Number 3.
Which one is it?
Staffing updates.
It's on my page. Oh, right there. Sorry. Thank you. So the reading intervention position is officially open. Made contact with somebody today that was helping us move that might be interested in that position. That would be a win. Hopefully they will. Verbally, I've been told we have special ed positions coming open. I have not officially gotten a letter yet. And then we have the assistant training position, Sis Nova, Title IV, to help out with Miss Barola for a year, train for a year. The person we had in sight for that may not be the person we use, but I got wind of today late in the day of somebody that's already been training in a lot of that area that wants to come to Carrizozo, that's kind of working in that area. So tomorrow, hopefully I'll have time to talk to Kathy and look at that and get them posted. It's kind of creative in how we word those to post them. But I can't post a couple of them until I have official letters, but as soon as I have the letters, we'll get them posted. But we've been verbally looking and actively looking for those positions anyway. So
And the coach
Yeah.
position.
It's reading coach, sorry.
Oh.
That's why it's with the reading interventionist slash coach. We lost the interventionist
Okay.
with the new reading program that's coming, with the new rules that they have in reading, they may force us to have a coach. So as we fill in that position, we may try to hire somebody that can do interventions a couple days a week, be a coach a couple of days a week, and just combine the position we already have in a position that will meet those guidelines if they come down. That's going to be a hard position to fill. There's not a lot of them out there. So I was excited to know that there may be somebody that already visits our district that may be interested in it. So we'll see if that pans out. So
Good deal. Perfect. Any other questions for Mr. Patterson?
The only thing he didn't really talk about was the track. I noticed it up there in A.
the track has made no movement because they're dealing with all of the behind the scenes paperwork and paper trail on that. But this summer is when they're supposed to start preparing and fixing it. So that's the only update I have on it. We'll meet tomorrow, and it was on my list because it did not come. The furniture blow kind of took over our meeting last week, so it didn't come up in last week's meeting. So
Thank you, Mr. Patterson. Ms. Marie?
Good evening, members of the board. Tonight on the agenda, we do have that blanket bar approval so that we can kind of do the end of the year cleanup, and we'll bring which bars that we do utilize to you all in the July meeting and let you know what was done, and you can look at those. As far as the rest of the business, there's the disbursement, which is the checks that were written. Are there any questions on the checks?
Nope.
Okay, and then there's the PO listing. Any questions on the POs? Okay,
No.
and then your projections through April 30th, which is pretty much what you would expect. See? Expenditures were about the same as they were last year. Let me see. And then you've got your cash balances and your revenue and your bank reconciliations. And I stand for any questions that you all might have regarding any of those reports.
Any questions for Ms. Marie?
I don't have any.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 4, approval, or the consent agenda is approved. Our bills paid. We have no bars today.
I move to pay our bills.
Second.
Move second to pay our bills. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed. Motion carries. Discussion approval of K-12 by Elliott Food Service Agreement for SY 26-27.
So the food service is just doing a 1-year contract that goes forward. State sent it back to me because they needed a couple of things, but I got those done. So from the state side, we should be good to go on that moving forward. So
I move to approve the K-12 by Eleanor Food Service Agreement for school year 26-27.
Second to approve the food service agreement. Any further discussion?
Does this include employees for that, or just the food?
no, Brad, their employees are included in that.
Do we still just have one?
Well,
Kitchen staff?
we've had 1 3/4, but the 3/4 has had a couple accidents away from here that's kept him from working, and so he will be actively looking in the fall for somebody again. So
No questions there.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed. Motion carries. Discussion and approval of the SAVAS. Did I pronounce that right? SAVAS?
Yeah.
Math adoption for 21-178. This is strictly for elementary.
K-8. K-8.
K-8.
And just to note, there's a high likelihood high school will be on there too in June, at the June board meeting. The reason why it's not there right now is because there's a couple of decisions that we need to follow through on with Kathy and May and Ms. Johnson on if we're going to do integrated math 1, 2, 3, which is kind of combines algebra, geometry, and algebra 2 through a 3-year program. And that meets the standards that are going to be coming out in 28 as of right now. Or we stay traditional where you do algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2. And so we're kind of getting a couple clarifying questions answered on that. And that will affect which way the quote goes. Integrated math, MC Square pushed out 10 years ago and has been a good program that helps move math because you don't do algebra 1 and jump over to geometry. That's a different type of math. And then you go back to algebra 2. You kind of, it almost goes back to the old days with that. It spirals all of it together for 3 years. So, and then the other thing that's not on here yet that we're negotiating is the PD, because the PD quote they put back was a little bit out of, for our size of school, out of balance. And so we've already worked and we've got phone call process being set up with us and Corona, because Corona adopted the same program, combining the training so that we have 2 4th grade teachers sitting at the table instead of 1, and can do some other things like that and bring the cost at least in half, working on trying to bring it further down. So
I move to approve the Savis math adoption program for K through 8.
Second.
And then second to approve the Savas math. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. And this we do every year, just to allow Marie the flexibility to adjust the budget as necessary as we get towards the end of the year.
I move to approve temporary delegation of bars through July 21st, 2026. Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Upcoming dates, next back meeting, oh, there it is, July 13th. Next board meeting, June 16th. And to my knowledge, nobody's going to the law conference, right?
Not I.
All right, then I move we adjourn.
Second.
All those in
who got the
favor say
second?
aye.
Faith.
Okay.
Wow.
6:17.
Yes, sir.
There you go. So you write that down.